Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome to the PLL on ESPN, presented by Champ.
About him coming back. Nothing to worry about with this defense.
Starting lineups for the California Redwoods, powered by and California in the white. Rowlett, Erlin do battle. Remember, 32-second shot clock off a face-off win, and this makes it challenging for the Redwoods. They play it backwards. Less than 20 to shoot. Garnsey finding a cutter. Shot turned away. There was Montgomery. Charlie Bertrand pops it in the air. Troy Ray all over him. Bertrand, the former Virginia Cavalier. Save made by Kaut, who springs out of the cage. L vacuums, trying to play keep away from Geddes and Newman. RP3 gets it back. Skip to the far side. Montgomery, that's a two. And a save made by Kaut, but connected 14 times. Best shooting percentage of any of the teams that played last week, and the lowest amount of shots taken. And that's why they got you. Sorry, that was Kyle Jackson snaking through.
All the new bodies and new faces. This two-man game between Jackson and Burns, like, keep that action.
And we get another whistle. The other way, Garnsey the quick feed, and the doorstep dunk by Wesley Burns.
And there's some confusion and chirping going. Why did you restart it so quickly? But heads up play by Garnsey. That big wind-up.
Hanningberg, crafty, two-handed. Garnsey snakes, and denied by Kelly. Violation. Now the Redwoods will push the other way. Jared Connors picked up right before the draft. Two-man game. Connors setting the pick. Garnsey feeding Pennell inside, and he scores. Superb assists early on by Ryder Garnsey.
This time Garnsey's going to get the matchup he wants. All eyes are on Garnsey. Pennell, you can practice it. There's nothing that replaces a live game.
Pennell shadowed by Jack Rowlett on the crease. Pennell, there's that patent question mark. Just 13 to shoot. Pennell against Rowlett. Up top, outside hammer. Garrett Degg out of Johns Hopkins.
That's exactly why they drafted him. His ability to be the stretch shooter of this bunch.
Redwoods get back in transition. Chaos have missed their last 5 shots after connecting on their first. Oh, Silkies by who else? Josh Byrne.
Really matter. I need to take on multiple guys. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Shot clock expires. Byrne took a shot. Redwoods the other way quickly. Tevlin inside to Berg. The goal is good. Second goal of this opening quarter for West Berg.
One picks it up and just goes. Shot out of a cannon. You can see Bowen's orange. Jared Park.
Top side, Mickey!
Who was also a soccer player at Syracuse and one of the best guys off the wings of a face-off. You played in your time.
Yeah, that's a pretty good comp.
Yeah. People forget how good Jared Park was. He was an offensive midfielder, defensive midfielder, excelled on face-off wings. Bounce shot. Kelly again goes to goals. Fake sends it to Garland. Sends it downfield. And the clock expired before Dennis. Great, he was coming after Dana's bling.
Treat yourself. You might want to tell Pac-Man that McKay is the Swiss Army machete, Dana. Well, it's a good thing Dana was talking to Pac-Man Jones, because Chaos offensively this quarter has been very, very sloppy.
Kirst's shot blocked. They'll play the Atlas tomorrow, homecoming weekend. That's the new wrinkle this season, where every team has a geographical locale attached. Bounce shot and a score. That's Charlie.
He runs 6'3", 220, and when that starts getting north-south, something in this crowd into it.
Very little has come off ball movement, both goals, in fact. Solo wing dodges from a couple of Canadians. That was a good look there by now. Jack Zapatello went off the board. 1-2-3. Ross Scott, another Rutgers Scarlet Knights, 2 goals last week in his PLL debut. Nice feed on the inside and the doorstep. Ross Scott creating.
Scott and a spot feed. When you've got Ross Scott running out.
That time, nobody on the crease. The Redwoods clogged it up inside. Perkovic spins it back. Knobloch from the high wing, 15 to shoot. Knobloch sneaks. Yowza!
Kelly never saw it. Kelly palms up, saying, I never saw that. Carolina creeping back.
Montgomery accelerates over to Pinnell. Eyes up, looking for a cutting Bertrand. It skips back to Romar Dennis. Dennis, the 2. Resch got in the way. And the shot clock. And they're not pressing out. They're going to be content to let the chaos work with little time on the shot clock. That's the case now. Byrne connects.
I thought it.
Late in the clock, he elects to go one more to Byrne. Beautiful catch.
Rowlett. Bertrand's got a goal today. Trying to get to the left hand. Bertrand shoots, not much on it. Count eats it up. Down, a sea of red, and the chaos emerge. Final ticks. Jack Rowlett has it stick checked away. Ross Scott, little shake, penthouse par.
I love this action. He's parked right on the crease. He's going to mirror that. And then they do a pretty good job of creating space for Ross Scott to cook.
At the short stick. Kurtz shoots, turned away. That's a save.
Get more out of that. You got to get more out of that short stick on Josh Byrne.
Shot clock into single digits. There's Scott, inside roll. Kelly denies, flag down. Where they were California, just the Redwoods. Perkovic will pick this up near midfield. 0 for 16 shooting last year. Had a big game on game 1, and Hadian, his second.
Last week, you can see Jackson just buries himself behind fake.
Bertrand against the short stick. They steer him right. He's a lefty.
Hands! Top right, who's going here? Who's on here? Gotta go.
13 scoreless minutes for the Redwoods. Kurtz on the run. Count.
This is ball standing around. There you see Kurtz, a nice little sneaky cut to get himself free.
Now Minikis dodging from up top. Spins it to Henningberg. Working on Cohen. Henningberg near the crease. Gets free. 6 in a row for Carolina.
That Rutgers, you can see his two-handedness, little swim dodge at X. Gets back to his strong half.
Thank you.
He told me yesterday he got a bit of a talking to for his adjective use last week. So he's very aware of that with the mic on this week. Henningberg, he's turning the corner and he's parking the car. 7 unanswered now for the.
You don't think Henningberg's got revenge on his mind going against his former teammates?
The game.
I mean, flip side is like, if the Water Dogs dress the face-off guy, don't you feel like they win that game?
Yeah, that is a fair argument. Pinnell, the question mark. He has perfected that shot over the air.
I'm going to create my own shot. I'm going to stop the bleeding. You can see the shot clock. There's nothing this guy hasn't seen over the course of his career that he doesn't have an answer for.
Erlin wins the face-off from Rowlett. Pinballs off a defender. Fires and scores. 2 in an eye blink for the Redwoods.
Daylight. Here you can see, this isn't going to end well, but they overplay. He maintains possession.
Pinnell. Pinnell gets to the middle, draws the double team. Degnan, threat from the outside. Degnan!
I just like the juice that he brought every time he was out there in the first half. His ability to get this off with pressure, that little step back. And we're seeing Degnan did a good job just flashing to open space. PLL tried to find him.
Now they set a pick for him, and he got the short stick matchup. That's on with Resch. Montgomery against Costabile. Feed inside. Berg ties the game. That trick for Berg, even at 9.
Alley, the little help by Bowen. You move it forward. You cut the backside pipe. You get it to PLL, and you let him just always being on defense. And then flip side is offensively, you start getting a little antsy.
Bertrand against Ray. Now he's got the short stick. Geddes spun back to his right. Degnan fires and connect to feed the rookie.
Early, you get a little bit of help by Ray, and Degnan hands free. I mean,
Hopkins. Rowlett wins the faceoff. Kurtz bounces one home. So Carolina, you wonder, would they take?
And when you have a guy that can stretch the defense and bury from range, this is when those opportunities.
Here comes Degnan out of the box. He's got the hot hand. Degnan against Resch. Fires on the run. Blocked by Rowlett. Costabile dumps it back. Now Knobloch. Been a minute since we called his name. Henningberg's got a hat trick against his old team. Turns the corner on Garland, and we're tied at 11 for Jules Henningberg.
And we've now seen him go against, 3 different defenders. That little hesitation.
Knobloch twisting through the defense. Comes up top. Byrne spinning. Ran out of an angle, tried to shovel it. Goalie got Scott with a running start. Gets the pick. Now he's got the matchup. The short stick, Isaiah Davis-Allen. Scott dancing around the crease. Got top side. But the angle not there. Kelly.
Done, but that middle portion right down the center, quite bright. The ball's getting lost in that sun.
So if you're an offensive player, that's where you want to shoot from, Ryan, right?
Right.
Well, no, it's going the other way. So but you got to be prepared to fire that if you're Perkovic.
Degnan, that one saved by Kaut. 3 goals, including a 2-pointer, which at the time gave California an 11-9 lead. Byrne looking for the cutter. That one somehow bounces in. It looked like he was looking for McKay on a pass. And a
frustration from Kelly. Oh, just an awkward bouncer.
More benign.
Yeah.
Knobloch has the short stick IDA. Here's the slide. Spins it back to X. Henningberg up top. Perkovic, the bouncer. Kelly, the stuff for the chaos. Redwoods have missed 9 in a row.
That was classic Ryder Garnsey.
Here's a chance. Perkovic stepped into that one. And the bouncer turned away. Rebound.
Transition.
Degnan marked by Resch. Bertrand. Not much on it. Good defense. Kaut's got it.
2 pointers. That was the message.
Here's Montgomery streaking toward the cage. Saved by Kaut. Austin Kaut with
Timeout. You got to look at it. You got to look at it.
Can't challenge without a timeout. No official review. PLL, 1 to shoot. Saved by Kaut. Wow. A few seconds away from a 2-0 start. Scott flips it over to the far side. Time runs out in the Carolina chaos. Bringing home
3-0 through 2 weeks. We'll see if Carolina can keep the home cooking going.
For the victors.
They gave the home crowd a reason to cheer, and they're going to have the opportunity to go 2-0.